In this series, you will be practicing a selection of asanas taken from the Vajrasana group, from the forward bending, backward bending, spinal twisting and inverted group of asanas. These asanas act mainly upon the torso, upon the spinal region in the back and the abdominal and pelvic regions in the front. In the back region, these practices strengthen, tone and stretch the different muscles that support the spine, and a consistent practice of these asanas will lead to improved posture, better alignment of the spine, thereby improving the functioning of the various sensory and motor nerves that originate from the spine. And in the abdominal and pelvic regions, the various organs get massaged and toned, the blood circulation, and at a subtle level the pranic circulation improves, and thus the functioning of the digestive system, the excretory system, the reproductive system and the endocrine system gets enhanced and leads to a better functioning of these systems and an enhanced sense of health and well-being. The inverted group of asanas also have another effect. They reverse the effect of gravity upon the entire system. The flow of blood that is normally directed towards the lower parts of the body gets redirected to the brain, and thereby the performance, the functioning of the brain and the entire nervous system improves. In this series, you will be practicing the technique of trataka. In this meditational technique, one gazes steadily and intently upon one fixed point or an object. Different objects can be used to practice trataka upon, but traditionally a candle flame is used. The practice consists of two stages. The first stage is bahir trataka or external trataka. In this stage, you focus your gaze on the object, in this case a candle flame, and gaze at it without moving the eyeballs and without blinking. You try to hold the gaze as steady as possible, and you hold your gaze for about a minute or so. But if the eyes begin to water and you can't hold the gaze for that long, you close the eyes before that. And after closing the eyes, you move into the second stage, which is antar trataka, the internal aspect. And with the eyes closed, you try to visualize the same object. And this is where the utility of a candle flame comes in. For a beginner, it may be difficult to visualize clearly the object of concentration. But with a candle flame, once you have gazed upon it for a length of time, upon closing the eyes, the flame leaves an after image on the retina. And this provides a basis, a support for the mind. With the eyes closed, you try to see that after image and try to maintain it for as long as is possible. And when that is no longer possible, you open the eyes and continue the practice again. The practice of trataka at a physical level improves the eyesight. It eliminates nervous tensions, balances the nervous system, and at a mental and psychological level, it eliminates a lot of unwanted thought patterns, complexes, and samskaras from the mind. And that is why in the tradition of Hatha Yoga, trataka is also considered as a shatkarma, a purification technique, because it cleanses the mind of a lot of its impurities. And sustained practice of this technique leads to better concentration, improved memory, and the ability to visualize also gets enhanced. Trataka can be practiced as an independent meditation technique, or it can be combined with other practices like antar, mouna, or ajapa japa, which you have learnt earlier. And in this series, you will be exposed to a practice which is a confluence of all these three practices.